Hey guys, alright, so many of you asked me a lot of questions on my DIY vanity mirror with lights video, and a lot of you saw like my chair. I mentioned my chair in the video. I actually told you guys that I got it from Amazon, but a lot of people are asking questions regarding, they want the exact measurements of the shelf as well as the mirror so that you guys can get your DIY projects rolling. Alright, so for the actual mirror, we're going to start off with that. The mirror itself, without the box, just the mirror itself, is a 24 by 36. So depending on which way you're going to have your mirror laying, if you're going to have it laying horizontally like mine, it's going to be 24 inches high and 36 inches wide. Now if you have it vertical, of course it's going to be 36 inches high and then 24 inches wide. But I wouldn't mind the long way because I have a wide desk. So I wanted my mirror to be longer instead of stand up higher. Alright, so the actual frame, which is the white box that I made for the mirror to go on, the frame itself, I wanted it to be a little bit wider because I wanted space for the lights to be on the side of the mirror. So I made the box the same height so that it could be flush with the mirror at the top and the bottom. So it is still 24 inches high. And then the width is 48 inches wide. So from this end to that end is 48 inches wide, 24 inches high. Okay, so here is the back of my vanity. Up top is the mirror, there's the shelf, and then there's the desk. Alright, so as far as the mirror, this is why I made the mirror kind of hollow. You can see it better over here. This is why I kind of made the mirror hollow so that I could put the lights behind it. Okay. Now someone asked me about the lights and they asked me, did these already come like assembled together or whatnot? And no, they do not come assembled because I believe they're meant to go like to be mounted onto a wall and then the wiring to be done from wiring behind the wall. But a lot of people are using these for like vanity mirrors and stuff like that. Like I used it. So basically you just buy an extension cord or some sort to attach to the wiring on the inside. Now I didn't show that part because I watched several videos and I just didn't feel comfortable showing someone how to wire something together, because that can possibly burn your house down if it's not done correctly. And I didn't want to be held accountable for that. So I basically did not show that part. I had assistants doing it, so I didn't want to show that part on YouTube, something as serious as that. So if you need assistance with, the electrical work, the wiring and stuff like that, I would suggest getting help or an assistance from someone that's more specialized and experienced or licensed in that field of work. But I definitely did not want to show you guys how to do that. But basically after you get the wiring done, I just have one cord from this end, one cord from that end, and they're attached together. And then I have one cord going from both lights down to the actual outlet. So that's how mine is set up. Now, you do not have to screw these into the actual wood or anything like that. These are being held together by the actual, these are fixtures here. So if I was to take these bulbs out and take this off, if I was to take all three of these off, I could just push these out and then this whole thing will actually come out. So it's not being held together by screws, glue, or anything else. It's actually just being held together by these things, and these come with the actual light fixtures. Okay, so I just kind of twist that back on and it's tight, and then I just put my light bulbs in there and it does not move whatsoever. Okay, so that's how that is done. Now to actually attach the mirror to the shelf, I first attached the mirror to the shelf and I used L brackets, and I have 4 of these, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and I just have it screwed in from the base of the actual box for the mirror and then into the shelf, if you can see that. So I have 4 going along here. You can use however many you want to use, but I had 4 already, so I just used all 4 of them. And then to attach the actual whole, since this is now one piece now, the mirror and the shelf, I attached the shelf to the actual desk. And this is, I don't know if this is called the L bracket too, but these are brackets that I got from Lowe's. All of these little pieces here you can get from Lowe's, and also the screws. So I used that. And I have 3 of these, and they're very sturdy and very strong. And I just screwed them into the back of the shelf and into the actual desk. So some of you might not want to ruin your desk, but I mean, it's the back of the desk. No one's going to actually see it. Okay. So I didn't want to hang my mirror on the wall. I didn't want to screw anything onto the wall because I definitely plan on knowing myself, knowing me. I like to move my furniture around, so I probably get tired of my mirror or my vanity being in this space, and I might want to put it on another wall. I don't have to worry about anything being screwed into my walls or, you know, anything like that. So this is why I actually wanted to mount it to the actual desk so I can move it back and forth. Okay, so as far as the actual shelf here, you guys also wanted to have the measurements for the shelf. Now, I wanted my shelf to be the exact same width as my desk here, and I used the IKEA Micke Desk. So depending on whatever desk that you're using, you want to measure your desk from one end to the other end down there, and whatever that turns out to be, that's the width you want your shelf to be. Okay, so I use the IKEA Micke Desk, and my desk measures to be 56 inches wide. I know on the website it says that it's 55, but I measured mine and it was 56 inches wide. So I made my shelf to be 56 inches wide so that it was flushed with the actual desk. So it kind of looks like one whole piece, if that makes sense. Now the deepness of the shelf, which is how far this shelf goes back. So from this point to here is actually 7 inches, okay? So from here to here is 7 inches, and this point to all the way to the other point is 55, okay? Now the height of the shelf, this depends on how high you want your actual mirror to sit. Now I know I didn't want my mirror to sit directly on the desk because when I tried it out, it was too low. I needed it to be a little bit higher, so that's the purpose of me making the shelf. The shelf is actually 8 inches high. So 8 inches high, 55 inches wide, and 7 inches long. I hope that makes sense to you guys. For those of you who asked for the measurements, I'm giving them to you, so hopefully this will help you out. So now if you don't want the little ledge here, I wanted a ledge here so that I could sit like my little brush handle on it, my candles, just any little things that I want to sit up top here, my remote to turn the vanity on and off and everything sits up there as well. If you do not want this little ledge, then of course you don't have to make your shelf come out as far. It can come out and stop right with your mirror if you just wanted it to be, if you just wanted it to stop here. Then of course you want to measure it and to make it the same width as this. Alright, so this was what, 4 inches, I believe I said. This was 4 inches. So you just want to make this come out to be 4 inches as well. And you won't have to have this ledge out here. But I think it's very convenient for you to have the ledge. You can decorate it and put your little, you know, flowers up there. You can put your brushes up there. I mean, it's really, really cute like that way. But whatever you decide to do, just measure it accordingly, okay? Alright, so that was my makeup vanity in detailed form. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. The actual cover, I have a video on the actual cover that I did for my desk. I have that link below. All of the links of me doing the DIY with this whole entire project will be listed in the description bar. And you guys can stay tuned for the full review on this chair. And also I'll have that link below where I got the chair, and also do a full review on the actual lighting and how I have my setup when I do my YouTube videos. Okay, all right, so until the next video guys, stay flawless, boo.